and the wheel's out of whack like that. Now what's going on here? I'll give you an idea of what's going on. First of all, you're going to think, all I got to do is adjust that tie rod in and that'll fix that crooked wheel, right? No. First thing you want to do is make sure that pitman arm, that's the pitman arm coming off your steering box up there, is perpendicular with the ground. You know, see it's off that way a little bit. It should be that way, kind of centered up there. So that would be your first mistake if you put a new tie rod and all that on there and your wheel's way out of whack like that. Well, how come the steering wheel's straight and that's out of whack? Now, oh shit. Okay, for example, if you can see, my steering wheel looks straight. Yeah, top's on top, bottom's on bottom, but it's probably one revolution away from being straight. So, flip it around. Yeah, I'd say that was about one revolution there. One revolution of the steering wheel. See that? Now I can come look at my pitman arm. Pitman arm should be perpendicular to the ground. Yeah, perpendicular. See that? Straight up and down. That's straight. Now that the wheel's straight, now you can adjust the other wheels. Yeah. Alright, now that I got my wheel straight, the steering wheel is centered. I check the pitman arm. Now what do? Normally I start on the passenger side, over here on this side over here. And that's the first sleeve I'll adjust on here. See that adjustment sleeve right there? See that adjustment sleeve right there? Yeah, that's the first one I'll adjust because this is your main drag link here. This is goes all the way up to your pitman arm over there. So I want to get this wheel straight. Okay? I want to get it straight. Let's say it's out of whack. Alright, let's say I'm starting on this side and I want to make sure this tire is straight, right? What do I reference it off of? Eyeball it. I mean, you could look down the tire there and go, yeah, it kind of looks straight. You know? So what do? Okay, here's my method of lining up the tires to get at least straight. Like I said, at least get yourself a starting point. Some kind of reference point to get this thing rolling straight. Even before you set the toe and all that. I mean, you want to get at least one wheel straight, don't you? And you want the back wheels to follow the front wheels. So if my camera would work, what the hell's going on with my display? Dang it. Anyway, this is what I use, just some string. This is on a straight line, get a piece of string. As you can see, it's tight against the sidewall here. I got it at the center line of the wheel. But I got a little gap over here. See that? It's not even touching the tire there. So I could probably adjust it a little in. So the way to close that gap in would be to toe it in that way. Toe it in a little bit. Got it? Get the idea? Get the whole concept here with the string? You want the rear tire following the front tire, and this tire is actually out a little bit, so I want to turn it in. So get your adjustment sleeve there. It's hot out here, yeah. Let's see. The sun's kind of in my eyes, so let me see if I'm pointing in the right space here. Look. These adjuster rods have right hand and left hand side to them. A right hand and a left hand side. This way, when you screw it one way, the tie rod goes out, and you turn it the other way, it goes in. Which way do you turn it? I don't know. I never remember. And that kills me every time I try doing the toe on this thing, because I'll adjust it and I go, oh shoot, turning it the wrong way. Here's the driver's side tie rod. Here's your adjuster sleeve. The adjuster sleeve is marked left-hand thread. It's got an L on it. There's an L on it right there, okay? That makes up with the left-hand thread on this little tie rod. There's a little rod end. If you go to the other end over here, this is the passenger side. It's got a right and left, also has a right and left, so if you look carefully on this one too, it's got an L stamped in there. It's a left-hand thread. Anyway, so to tighten these up, to tow it in, you want to bring these two ends in and tow it in. You turn this one direction. So it's screwing in on both sides at the same time. Okay? So if that's left, you know that you got to turn it backwards and screw it in. Remember that. This is right-hand thread. So on this side, there's the rule. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey does not work on this side. Over here, it's... I'm lost for words right now. Must be the weather. But anyway, same thing on this side, okay? That's basically all I wanted to show you. I want to add this to this video before I post it. Hopefully you get a better idea of what's going on here. Okay? This is left-hand thread. This is the right-hand thread. Right-hand. Alright, one more thing. Once you get your wheels pointing straight, then you want to start adjusting the toe, you start messing with these adjusters. Alright? Figure you're towed out, you want to adjust them in. You don't do one at a time, you do them both. Well, let's put it this way. You adjust one turn in, one rotation of the adjuster sleeve, you got to do the other one rotation of the adjuster sleeve. So you get them even. You want to turn them both even a little at a time, maybe half turn. All depends how out of whack you are. You know, if you're out of whack a lot, 3 turns, turn it in. 3 turns, turn it in. Take it for a little drive, come back, park it, check it again. You might have to fine tune a little. It's got to go out a 1/4 inch. You're going to have to turn the adjusting sleeve how many times, I don't know. But now it's got to go out a little. You're going to have to turn one a little and turn one a little. Half turn, 1/4 turn, full turn. You got to keep it even though. Take it for another little test drive. Take your measurements, do it again, you know. Roll it up and down the driveway, basically what I do. And I check the dimensions on there, front to back of the tire. Like I said, my problem is I forget sometimes which way to turn it. You know, but hey, that's how you learn, you know. I get frustrating. It is frustrating sometimes. That's why my steering wheel's off a little bit. I was trying to explain this over the phone, and it was really hard to explain, so hopefully it gives you guys a better idea of how to go about this. Like I said, there's probably 3 main points to adjusting this and to lower the frustration. Make sure your steering wheel's straight, make sure the pitman arm is where it's supposed to be, so that confirms your steering wheel is actually straight. Make sure you line up your tires with your rear wheels, just for your starting reference point. And then when you get to actually adjusting the adjusting sleeve, like I said, you might want to put a little, damn dog, you might want to put a little reminder on your little arrow or something showing you which way the rotation of that sleeve goes to go in and to go out. Like I said, I forget. Right now, if you'd ask me which way to tow it out, I don't know. I'd have to turn in seat or, you know. So, what can I say? Good luck out there.